Hi, what's up guys? BP Hero checking back in here, and today what we got is something a little different. We're doing a bat comparison today, and what we're going to be working with is the Easton Resmondo motherlode and the Easton Wham, which is also a motherlode. These are both two-piece, 12.5-inch barrel. On paper, these two are the same exact bats, but I felt like there was something a little different with them, so I wanted to put together a little bit of a video and talk about that. Also wanted to formulate a few more opinions other than just mine. I've had 5 different people swing the two of these two bats, just to get a general synopsis on what everybody thought. What you're going to see here today is swings with myself, my buddy Spencer, and my buddy Danny. Just wanted to get a little more video out to let them get a chance to swing them and get their ideas on this too. So with no further ado, we're going to go to the video and check it out, and I'll talk about what I feel was the difference between these two bats. So we put a good number of swings on these on this day, and did it with a mix of everything from a 52-300 to a 44-400, and there were a few harder ones mixed in there just to have a little fun. Both of these seemed to hit all the balls well and did provide good feedback for the most part, but there were some differences with these two, which is what brings us here today. The general consensus that I got from these two bats, from everyone swinging them, myself included, is that the Wham does seem to have a little bit of a stiffer feel to it. I did as much research as I could, and even did a little asking around to some reliable sources. From research, there's nothing listed anywhere on what handles these two bats use, but I was told that they do in fact use the same handle. I found that very surprising, because feedback between the two genuinely makes me believe the Wham has a way stiffer handle than the Resmondo did. The Resmondo felt like a traditional two-piece Easton from the last few years, where the Wham could have passed as a one-piece at times. Just to break things down a little further, let's head over to the labs and see what we can find over there. So here we are checking out things with the radar. Really just about what I expected. These things are pretty much neck and neck. The Wham did come out the winner as far as the mile an hour goes by 1 whole mile an hour. And now that we're done with the radar stuff, we're going to go into the scale here and talk about something that's kind of interesting. So the Wham came in at 26 even, and the Resmondo came in at 26.2. But what I did find interesting was the fact that I took them and basically propped the other end of it up and then set the end of the barrel on the scale just to kind of measure how much inload one of these had compared to the other. And here the Wham came in at 16.9, where the Resmondo only came in at 16.6. Now, consider that the Wham is lighter and still tips the scales a little more as far as the inload thing goes. That did kind of go right in along with what I was thinking, as far as the Wham did feel like it had a little more inload and was a little less manageable. And I'm not really big into this scale weight stuff, but that did kind of explain basically what you're looking at there. Is it seems like about a half-ounce difference between the two of these. Lab stuff out of the way, back to the field. All in all, I do prefer the Resmondo over the Wham if I had to choose between the two. This is strictly based on forgiveness and the ability to control it. In a limited home run situation, I feel like I could get myself into trouble with the Wham. It's effortless to put a good charge into a ball with either one of these, but the Wham was just that much easier. I would just have to put a lot of thought into a swing to make sure it's something that can be controlled. And I swing enough to know what type of swing I need to put on a certain pitch to get a desired result. And if I need to alter that approach based on how a bat does for me, then that's what makes it lose some of its appeal. So I'm sure, there's people out there wondering, oh my gosh, the Wham seemed to be hitting harder and it had more inload. Why didn't you like it more? Just trying to look at this from a completely open-minded situation, as far as what is something that I would take into a game and swing if they were both sitting on the fence, and I would pick up the Resmondo personally. Honestly, though, you really can't go wrong with either one of these. Well, they're going to perform well, but regardless of what the paper says, these two do have their differences. Big thanks to Danny and Spence for coming out, getting some swings in with me on this day so I could shoot this video. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys for stopping in and checking it out. I'm going to let you check out the rest of our swings from this day here. Had a little bit of fun with the guys. And once the video is over, what I need you to do is subscribe to the channel if you haven't been already. turn on the notifications because there's all kinds of good stuff coming that you want to stay caught up with. And I'll catch you in the next video, guys.
What'd you say? $350. Don't worry about it, K-Rig. Good little. Oh my God!